Good afternoon, Flosstube. It is Mandy coming to you with another update. You can find me here and on Instagram under StitchingBee82. Today is Sunday, April 26th, and here with another update. So today I have one finish for you that is very exciting. I absolutely love it. And then I have three whips to share. So this weekend is the 24-hour cross-stitch marathon. You can find the group on Facebook under 24 Hours of Cross Stitch. That is the brainchild of Jen Lee at Quirks and Stitches. So I've definitely been getting lots of stitching time in. I know, I already get a lot of stitching time in. It's not like I really need a special weekend to tell me to get a lot of stitching time in. I get a lot of time in. My family is probably laughing at me to hear me say that I'm participating in a marathon weekend when I already stitch all the time. So, but it's been fun. I've actually tracked a lot of the time that I've been doing. So Jen has some kind of giveaways or something, I'm sure, at the end of it. So I'll post things in there. So that's been fun. I've gotten a lot of progress done this month thanks to the Semi-Sane Stitchers game that they have going on all month for April called Frogs and Stitches. Much like the Chutes and Ladders, there's a board that each square represents X amount of stitches, and when you land on a ladder you go up, when you land on a frog you go down. There was a round the other day that I think I spent 3 times going down the same frog because I kept landing on it. So sorry about that on my phone. Yeah, it was quite annoying, but hey, you know, progress is progress, right? So yeah, today has actually been kind of a fun day. I'm in a ColorStreet Facebook group. So the little nail sticker things, I don't have any on today, but so she has been posting a scavenger hunt. So she posted 10 pictures. Each item you had, or each round you had to come up with 5 random items. So I was running around my apartment, worked up a little bit of sweat. Hey, got me up off the couch, right? So, but otherwise, I know it's been a few weeks since I've been here. Things have been good. Things have been normal. Well, the new normal, I guess. Steady and quiet, I guess, so that's a good thing. I've just been putting in my time with work, still working from home. No idea when I'll be going back as of yet. Friday, our governor extended our stay-home orders through May 15th. I live in Michigan, so I'm sure a lot of you have heard on the news lately the protesters making a riot. I don't get people. I really don't. But the governor did give some allowances of lawn care can go back to work, and the greenhouses can open up, you know, so people can go back to cutting their lawns and planting their gardens. It's April in Michigan. I don't know how many people have planted gardens. It seems a little early. It has been snowing flurries here and there, but it's still been really cold, so not really sure why the gardens has been such a hot topic, but boaters can go back out, so it just you have to wear a mask if you're going to be out in public. So I'm staying home. I'm just chilling out here with the cat and stitching away. So I have done a little bit of reading, but for the most part I've been stitching. So why don't we go ahead and get on into it. So we'll go ahead and share my finish first. This was the pattern was a gift from my sister at Christmas, and she knows me well when it comes to music. And so you've seen this as a whip before. It is Music Wings by Ursula Michael. There's the pattern. I fell in love with all of these colors. There's my little ring of colors, and they have just been stunning. I love them. This is so fun to work with. And I stitched this on a piece of 16 count Aida from Picture This Plus in the color Coastal. And there we go. Such a fun piece. It is all DMC, as you saw the rings, and I love this color material. I will definitely be buying it again and adding to my stash and stitching more pieces on it. That butterfly is just so pretty. You would think that that was almost done with a variegated floss, but nope. That is just, what is this, 10 different colors of DMC? So I love it. Needle minder came from Abby Topknotstitcher. I believe that was a freebie from an order that I placed that she added to it. So love, love, love the colors. No idea on finishing, probably just, I may have some frames from previous purchases and whatnot that I may do it in. Who knows? Maybe once the stores actually open back up and I can do the fun browsing and shopping, maybe I can find something to finish it on. So the next whip that I worked on, well, another whip, not necessarily in order. This is Brocade Boulevard by StoneStreet Stitchworks. That is always a mouthful to me, and I always feel like I'm going to stumble over it. Brocade Boulevard from StoneStreet Stitchworks. See, can't even do it. Fell in love with this piece when I saw Bendy Stitchy stitching on it and had to do it myself. So I have this house completely done. I'm using all called for colors on everything except the house. The main color was supposed to be a blend of 154 and 839. I left it as just a single 154. Now there is 859. You can see the brocade print, I guess it is, but the main purple is going to be just in the purple itself. So I have the two houses done and started on the third one. And this is stitched on a piece of just cream 18 count Aida. One that I picked up from, I believe I got that from Stony Creek website. So there, you can see the two houses are done. Still on my Q-snap because I was just working on it the other day and got a really good bit of portion done on that third house started. Like I said, I've been following the Frogs and Stitches game on Semi-Sane Facebook group, and I've gotten a lot done. So bring that little house in. I just love it. That middle house was a beast to stitch, but I love it. So yeah, very pretty. So again, that is an 18 count piece of Aida. Nothing, no fancy dyeing or anything like that. So when I say just 18 count, I just mean that it's not like Picture This Plus or anything. I don't even know if it had a brand name. So that's all I mean. The other day I saw a post on one of the Facebook groups that someone was kind of feeling like shamed because they stitch on Aida. I'm an Aida stitcher. I am going to be proud of that and not let anybody tell me otherwise. So I love my Aida. So I ended up working on this piece last night and Friday night, actually all day yesterday into late at night, both last night and Friday night. Yeah. So it is Cottage Garden Samplings Songbird Garden Series number 9. There is beauty in simplicity. You've seen this before, and you've seen mine, I'm sure. So I've got this whole leaf done. I've got the bud done, and then I've got SIM, the letters done. I think I've got this little flower here, one of those done. But last night, or all day, I worked on that, and got that flower done, except just a little bit of the greenery for the leaves there. This is stitched on a piece of 18 count Aida from Fiber on a Whim in the color Slate. I ordered it from Stitches and Things out of Fenton, Michigan. And I love it. The, can I come in here a little bit? The center of the flower is using Weeks Dye Works Marigold. And a little bit of variegation there. I guess you can see it that way. That yellow line, like from here, and then the little accents would be from using that variegated thread from Weeks Dye that I'm doing, or I did it all individual stitches as I went along. So I liked how that looked, how it gave it kind of a accent there. Another needle minder from Abby Topknotstitcher. Very cute. I love it. So it's all rolled up, but Yeah, I've got one little flower done, I think, from under there. But yeah, loving this piece, loving how it's coming along. It has been a joy to work on, and I have reached the very bottom of the pattern. So there's going to be another big leaf there, as you saw, leading over into the house. I'm thinking I want to leave the bird for last, kind of give it that excitement to look forward to at the end. Gonna have another beast of a flower to put on there, but I'll work my way up around there. And so then the last whip that I have to show for or share with you, it's been a while since you've seen it, of course. I do have another page finish since the last time I saw it. I do have it on a Q-snap. I'm not going to take it off at this point, but I am going to try to figure out how to edit and add a picture so that you can see the whole thing, rather than me just holding the whole picture up on my camera. So we'll see if I can get that to work. If not, then you can always go to my Instagram, StitchingBee82, and you can see a picture from there. You can see all kinds of whip pictures up there, but it is my eagles. I absolutely love them. I am working over here on the flag. I will take one edge of the Q-snap off for you. And we've got that flag. I'm loving the details when, you know, when you're just stitching away on it, it doesn't really, all you're seeing is just this reds and purples and blues, and, you know, now we're starting to get some definition on these stars coming through. But when I take it off the Q-snap and, you know, just kind of see the definition out of those waves, I love it. I've got one more short row of pattern underneath, and then I'll be at the very bottom of the entire pattern. I am currently working on page 37 out of 49. And I know I said in my last video that I would have to do 6,400 stitches each month from now until the end of the year to get it done. No clue if I'm on track with that or not. I'm really not making a push to do that each month because there are other pieces that I still want to stitch. As obsessed as I am with this piece, I get to see I had a cat. Stitches! As soon as I said her name, with her head being off camera, as soon as I said her name, she whipped her head around. What'd you say? So, but yeah, back to this. I don't know if I'm on track at all to, you know, finish this by the end of the year. I'm as obsessed as I am. I don't want it to become a chore. And so if I make it, great. If not, it'll go into 2021. And it would be finished very early on, I'm sure then. So needle minder here is from Gina's Unique Needle Minders. And figured it was quite perfect needle minder to add to this piece. So someone is looking very pretty sitting here. Say hi, Stitches. As we almost knocked the iPad over. That would be great. And just my luck, I'm sure. So yeah, that's all I have for projects to show for you today. As long as it's been, I really, besides getting the music wings done, I've really just been stitching on the eagles, except for the last couple of days this past week. I picked up Brocade and then decided to pick up Simplicity. So for the most part, it's been working away on those eagles, well, the flag of the eagles. I am doing the full coverage Fanatics national parks. So that is, they've got like 25 national parks picked for the year. Each park you post a beginning and ending picture, and you stitch 4,000 stitches before you move on to another one. And I'm into tier 2. I just started working on knocking stuff off my couch or my coffee table. Sorry for that noise for anybody wearing earbuds. But I am working on the Grand Canyon, so I think that's in tier 2 still. So, but yeah, so the only little bit of haul I have is I decided to start up with the nest egg from Threads Entwined for color and cotton. So these were supposed to have been, I know they came in the beginning of April, so I guess it would have been shipped at the end of March. I don't know how, if that's considered the March or the April nest egg. But it actually kind of get lost in the mail. Of course, we all know that the postal service is going really slow right now with everything going on. I guess they're, taking, of course, priority items before, our threads and projects and everything that we want. As much as we may think that it's crucial to have those items, they definitely are not essential. But so I was keeping an eye on the tracking for this because I just didn't want them to get lost. I live in an apartment complex, and I've definitely had some issues in the past where things have not been delivered where they should be. And so I was keeping an eye on the tracking for it. I looked it up the day that it was here. I saw that it was delivered. Went to the mailbox. Not there. And the timing said that it had been delivered about an hour earlier than what I checked. Sitting on the couch, I can hear when the mailman comes in because, again, apartment complex, they're right outside my living room door, my front door. And so I could hear when he was here. Not in the mailbox. So I looked out the window, and he was actually still sitting in his mail truck out in the parking lot. So threw on some shoes. I'm sure I looked like a crazy woman running across, not running, but went across the parking lot to talk to him and let him know that, hey, I was expecting this package. It says it's been delivered. I had nothing in the mailbox. Well, where I live, there are 3 apartment complexes, kind of in an L shape, I guess, sort of 2 rows. My complex is on the corner, and then we've got one. So, and in previous, last summer, I got a Facebook message from somebody, some random person. Hey, do you live in that apartment complex? She had a package of mine that had been delivered to her. And she lives in another apartment complex. So our addresses are nowhere near similar. So not really sure what the guy was thinking. But anyways, he was nice enough. He ran over to where he figured they were. He come back less than 5 minutes later, pointed out to me that all he saw was the apartment number, the unit number, without looking at the actual street number. So glad he was still in the parking lot, and I was able to chase him down and get my thread. So enough of that, I guess. Long story short. Long story long, is that what Michelle Bendy says? So these are just so pretty. Let's see, the color names we have here are, this is Brass, this really pretty green. Brandy. Purple, I guess. Bracket. Neutral grayish purple, I guess. I guess more gray than anything. Boysenberry. Love this. This looks a lot like that wild berry that I'm using on another project. Maybe I'll have to sub this in if I run out of that wild berry. And then Bluebell. Really soft. Blue, almost purple. So, very pretty colors. No clue what I'll use these on, but kind of build up that fancy floss stash, right? So I do have a couple of orders still to come. The other day I was watching Abby Topknot's latest update from when she went to market, and she found this is it Silver Creek samplers? It's something about a moon. I just love the saying on it, so I'll show it to you when I get it. And picked up a couple skeins of thread, just pretty. I don't remember now if they're Classic Color Works or whatever. And then I do have an order from 123 that should be shipped this week. Some materials. I did place an order with my L&S stitches and things, but so the store has been closed to the people. They've been working, one person has been working through the weekdays to package and ship orders, and then Deb has been going in on weekends to handle emails and all of that. I did get an email that the material that I ordered apparently is out of stock. So I had placed a special cut order to start that mini Dark Goddess that Heaven and Earth. I know I showed it before. I want to get started on it so bad, but I'll have to wait till that material. Not like I don't have other projects to do, of course, but of course we're always excited to start new projects. I know everyone's talking about Mania and everything. I have no plans for any of that, so I'm not really sure. I may pick up some random projects out of my stuff that I can do. I've got a couple small projects that well, more than a couple, as we all know. I've got some small stuff with just little, like, kind of scrap pieces of Aida that I know I could start. What I should start doing is, I started working on the hands-on designs, the year-end celebration. I could be totally wrong about that. Designer. The year-end celebration, I've got January, February, April, and May done. Stitched. Not fully finished, so never did get to Marches for some reason, but maybe if I actually start working on those, maybe they'll actually get done. So, well, I guess that's about it at the moment. My latest reading obsession, and I've got a book in here somewhere. This is actually number 3 in a series. So Marie Force, awesome author. So this is number 3. The first book was called Treading Water. Number 2 was Marking Time, and then this is number 3, and there are 2 more. So it's my obsession, so I won't get into what they're about. But if you're ever looking for a new author, go check her out. She's got a ton of books, handful of series, well, quite a few series, I guess, but she's got tons of books to choose from. There's something there for everybody. So I think that's about it. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to go in and add that picture for you guys so you can see all of that. And then get back to stitching. So hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Sunday afternoon and a good week. Stay home, stay safe, and keep stitching. Take care, guys.